Good morning, third graders. Are you getting tired of Stella yet? I thought I would greet you with an opening from her. She wagged her tail at you. That's her way of saying she really wishes you were here. And she does. Every time she gets out of the car and comes to school with me, she's so excited and she looks around and I know she's looking for several of my kids from my class. But then she comes in, nobody's here, and pretty soon she just lays down and moans. So anyway, she misses you, but not near as much as I do. I hope you're all doing well. We are gonna have another math lesson this morning, but I thought it would be fun if we reviewed our sound offs, because we haven't done that in a while, and I miss doing that with you. So I'm gonna say it both, and I hope that you join me. Let's start with the first one. This, today, oh, I don't have the date, so we're gonna write it. Today, Monday, okay, be patient with me, Monday, April 27th, 2020. Okay, let's start again. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We will be glad in it. Psalm 118:24. Because the Lord knew about this day before you were even born. Before the creation of the world, He saw this day. He knew it would be happening. And He rejoices in all of you learning His word. All right. In all your ways today, in all your ways, as you study, as you interact with siblings, as you rest, as you play, in all your ways, acknowledge God, acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:6, and then one of my very favorite verses, in Christ are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Colossians 2:3. All right, it's a great way to open up our day. Remember, in math, we can even find help from the Lord. If we're struggling, we can stop and say, Lord, I don't get this, and I know you do, so please help me with this and help me to be patient. All right. Last week, we are learning a new measurement, right? And do you remember what it's called? Do you remember, Miriam? It's called capacity. That's right, capacity. And capacity means it's a measurement of how much something holds, okay? Capacity, and last week we learned liters and milliliters, right? And remember, Eliana, do you remember what mille is in Latin? Mille. Yes, you're right. You got that right away, didn't you? It means 1,000. Yeah. So milliliters means 1,000. I hope I said liters. Milliliters means 1,000 liters. Okay, you learned that something can hold that much. And remember, we used like something like this. Do you guys remember how much that was? All the way up to here, it was 1,000 milliliters. That's right. So anything under 1,000 milliliters is less than that. Okay. This week, we are learning cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. All right? I'm having you get out your gallon man. You saw him in your folder. I gave your parents instructions of what to get out, or where to find that. So you have one from the weeks before, and he's colored. And I accidentally sent another one home. It's black and white. It also has all the words in it, and I didn't want you to have that one. I mean, you don't really need that one. So I sent you home a blank one in your new folder last week, because I want you to take the time and write these measurements in here, and I'll show you that in just a second. But again, we're learning about cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. That's our measurement this week. So let me just show you a little bit. I made our color green for you green fans. All right. Neil, is this your favorite color? Or Liam? Or Gage? Levi? How about Grady? How about Ian? Matthew? Certainly, this is one of your favorite colors. Okay. Ethan. I think, Ethan, this is your favorite color, isn't it? Okay, let's measure some things. This, what do you think this is? Out of these measurements, cups, pints, quarts, gallons, what do you think this whole jug is? It is exactly a gallon, 1 gallon of water. 1 gallon. And so if you look at your gallon man, the biggest part of him is this green part. Perfect. I didn't even plan that, and it's perfect. The green part is the gallon. Okay? So a gallon holds a lot of water. This was my water originally, and it lasted a long time. I had it sitting over there on that floor, and I just filled it up and then made it green. Okay, there's a gallon. And if we divide that up, our next measurement would be quarts. Okay? And I'm going to show you how much a quart is. All right, watch as I pour this. Maybe you can see my marks on here. A quart is actually almost 4 cups of liquid, which is about the same as 1,000 milliliters. So there we go. There is a quart. And if I divided this jug up and I had 4 of these, it would divide equally into 4 quarts, because 1 gallon is 4 of these, 4 quarts. So that's a quart right there. Okay, so remember, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. 4 quarts in a gallon. 4 of those large containers in 1 gallon. Okay, next we have pints. Okay, I'm going to show you a pint measurement. That is this right here. A pint, like I said, is about 2 cups, or it is 2 cups. I don't know why I said that. It is exactly 2 cups. Okay, I'm thinking milliliters. But 2 cups is 1 pint. Okay, and I'm going to show you how much that is. 2 cups. Okay, there's 2 cups. So, man, I'm thinking I might, instead of having a cup of coffee, I think I usually have 2 cups of coffee, because my coffee cup is about this full. Anyway, that's 2 cups. And 2 cups is 1 pint, and 2 of these, 2 pints, so this is a pint. I said it's 2 cups, but it's also called a pint. 2 of these is a quart. So if I were to pour 2 of these, it would measure out exactly as a quart, which is this. And just for fun, so this is a pint, and on my board, how many cups are in 1 pint? Jasmine, you're right on the money. It is 2 cups. So we're going to pour 1 cup. That's only 1 cup right there. Do you know, I want you to look at this, because how many of you love ice cream? Not just like it, but love ice cream. Well, the next time you have some ice cream at home, look at the serving size on that. Do you know what a serving size? What they tell us a serving size of ice cream is? Like, this is all you should have when you scoop it out into your cup. They say a serving size is half a cup. That means when you scoop out your ice cream, you should only have half of that. Oh my goodness. Well, Mrs. Simonowski does not follow those rules, because I definitely, I know I have even more than a cup of ice cream when I dish it out. Anyway, so there you go. That's 1 cup. And if I were to pour 2 of these into this, that would be a pint. So we've got 1 cup, 1 pint. Do you remember what this one is, Evie? Yes, Evie, that's our quart. And then Grady, what was this? This was our gallon. Okay, those are our measurements. Those are our measurements. And I'm going to send in your memory work, you probably saw it already, but I'm going to have you practice this. You can practice it to a song. If you don't want to sing it to a song, you don't have to, but this is kind of how we've learned it in the past. It goes like this: 2 cups is in a pint, 2 cups are in a pint. I think I said that wrong. 2 pints are in a quart, 2 pints are in a quart. 4 quarts are in a gallon, 4 quarts are in a gallon, 4 quarts are in a gallon, 4 quarts are in a gallon. And then it just repeats. 2 cups are in a pint, 2 cups are in a pint, 2 pints are in a quart, 2 pints are in 1 quart. 4 quarts are in a gallon, 4 quarts are in a gallon, 4 quarts are in a gallon. Okay, that's our song, and I kind of want you to memorize it because it's good to know how many cups are in a pint, how many pints are in a quart, and how many quarts are in a gallon. Okay, now on your gallon man, I just want you to take your time today and fill this out. This is going to help you see it visually. Some of you are visual learners. That means just to listen is hard for you to learn. You need to see it or write it out, okay? And so you're going to write gallon here, and you can just look at your colored man there, the one that's colored, the robot, and look and see what each one is labeled. So we have 1 gallon, and then the next biggest measurement, how many quarts? It's all these big ones here. Remember, this was a quart, so it was my second biggest one. There's 4 of these in a gallon. So you have quart, and you're just going to write that in all of these, okay? Quart, I'm not going to do it all right now. I'm just going to initial it, but I want you to write out the word. You write out the word, okay? Gallon, quart, 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 quart. There's 4 quarts in this gallon. Do you see how they're connected to the gallon? And then what is connected to a quart? Well, in 1 quart, remember, we have 2 pints are in a quart. So we have pint, we have 1 pint, and another pint. Okay? And you're going to do that on this one, this quart. There's 2 pints in a quart, 2 pints in a quart, 2 pints in 1 quart. And then you come down and in 1 pint, okay, just 1 pint, you have 1 cup, 2 cups, okay? So 2 pints, or 2 cups are in a pint. And here we have 2 cups are in a pint, 2 cups are in a pint, and so on and so forth. So label those, okay? And keep this. You can, this is just for practice, just to write it and see it. This one is the one that you definitely want to keep, so you can refer to it when you're doing your math lesson. Okay, so we've got that. We understand this. And I wanted to show you, let's do some problems first. I want to show you how to convert. It's going to take a little bit more thinking power when you convert with cups, pints, quarts, and gallons, because there's 4 different types of measurement, right? Yeah. Okay, and so if you're converting, if you can get this little jingle in your head, it will help. And it's just kind of a chant like this, right? And I thought the girls could sing the first part. Girls, you sing with me, okay? And the boys could sing this one. But I want you to memorize the whole thing and just get it in your head as you're working and converting today, okay? So the girls would say, to find the small capacity, multiply. The boys, to find the bigger one, divide. Okay, so this is my division sign, or like this, okay? And multiply, making an X, okay? To find the small capacity, multiply. To find the bigger one, divide, okay? To find the small capacity, multiply. To find the bigger one, divide. Okay, that will help you when you're trying to figure out how to convert things. So let me give you some examples, all right? Stay with me here. Let's say you have a problem in your book, and it says, it asks, I'm going to abbreviate quarts because that's how you would abbreviate. If you have 6 quarts, how many gallons? Is that what I had? No, I'm doing it the other way. I'm sorry. We're going to go this way. We have 6 gallons, a G for gallon, okay? 6 gallons equals how many quarts? Now this is why that song is good. It even helps me, okay? To find the small capacity, multiply. To find the bigger one, divide. What are we doing here? Which one is smaller, gallons or quarts? Well, remember, this big thing is a gallon, and the quart was this size, so it's the smaller one. What do we do to find the small capacity? We multiply. All we have to ask ourselves now are, how many quarts are in 1 gallon? How many quarts, Anna, are in 1 gallon? You got it, there's 4 quarts. So to find the small capacity, this is smaller, we're gonna multiply. What is 6 times 4, Sarah? Sarah, you're right, it's 24. So 6 gallons equals 24 quarts. If you had 6 of these gallon men hanging up, and you wanted to know how many quarts, well, there's 4 in each gallon, right? So you're multiplying it. To find the small capacity, multiply. Now, what if we have this one, 8 cups, I'm gonna abbreviate with a C, 8 cups equals how many pints? I am abbreviating pints with PTS. Remember your chant. If you can sing this chant all day while you're doing your math, it will really help you. To find the small capacity, multiply. To find the bigger one, divide. Is cups or which one's bigger? Cups or pints? Pints, right? Pints is bigger than a cup. A pint of this water, this green water that Ethan likes, right, is bigger than the cup. And so our chant says, to find the bigger one, divide. So now we ask ourselves, well, how many cups now, all right? How many cups are in 1 pint? Well, look at your gallon man, 2 cups are in 1 pint. So we're gonna divide that. 8 cups divided by 2 pints equals, 8 cups divided by 2, because we're putting 2 cups into each pint. How many pints would that be? I think I heard Matthew blurt it out. It's okay, Matthew. Yes, 4. 8 divided by 2 cups, because there's 2 cups in every pint, equals 4 pints. Okay, I hope that helps you with conversion. Now, I want to show you what to do. I have a couple of problems that might, I thought we could just do them on the board. Let's do an addition problem. Let's do an addition and a subtraction. So let's say we have, I'm going to, I need to keep all this up there, sorry. Okay, so let's say we have 4 pints, okay, and 1 cup, just gonna label it, and we are gonna add, I'm just guessing, 3 pints and 2 cups. We want to add that. So you could do this a couple of ways. You could add your pints first, okay? It's always good to underline so you don't get confused. 4 pints plus 3 pints is 7 pints, right? And then let's add our cups now. I'm going to underline it twice so I don't get confused. 1 cup and 2 cups is 3 cups. Now guess what we have to do there? We have to convert. How many cups are in a pint? 2. So let's take away 2 and move this over here. And we're not going to add it 2 there because 2 cups is 1 pint. 2 cups is 1 pint. So we add 1 here. That makes it 8. You could just do that in your head, right? So we just took 2 cups away and we have 1 cup left. We took 2 cups out of there, moved it over here, made it a pint, and we made that 8 pints and 1 cup. All right? Okay. I think we're gonna do a subtraction one. Let's say we have, this time we have 3 gallons. Okay, I'm gonna put a G there. And how about 3 gallons and 1 quart? And we're gonna subtract now. We're gonna subtract 1 gallon. I'm gonna put a G there. 1 gallon, and let's do 3 quarts. Okay, this is similar to when we have subtracted units like this before, okay? So here it's probably good to look at your quarts. Let's look at our quarts first, okay? Because we can't subtract 3 quarts from 1 quart, can we? Can we do that, Chloe? No, you already knew that, didn't you? Okay, you can't subtract 3 from 1 quart, so you need to add some more quarts over here, don't you? And so how would we do that? We would take one of our gallons, and how many quarts are in a gallon? 4, right? You can look at your gallon, man, and there are 4 quarts. So you're gonna make that 2 gallons now. You're gonna take one of those gallons and you're gonna divide it into 4 quarts now. So you can add 4 to this 5, and now you have 5 quarts. Can you subtract 3 quarts from 5 quarts now? Yes, you sure can. Okay, that would be 2 quarts. Just gonna put it down here. 5 quarts minus 3 quarts is 2 quarts, okay? Now we have gallons. 2 gallons minus 1 gallon is 1 gallon. So your answer is 1 gallon and 2 quarts. All right, I hope that made sense. Now, let's do one of these, because these are always a little challenging. I'm actually going to do one that is in our book, and it's going to be on page 68 in your workbook, and it's going to be 4A. Let's do 4A. 4A wants us to answer this question. Is 2 gallons and 2 quarts, 2 gallons and 2 quarts, is it, I'm going to write the symbols, it actually has words. Is it more than, equal to, or less than, okay, 10 quarts? Which one? We have 2 gallons and 2 quarts. Is it greater than, equal to, or, is it, yeah, greater than, equal to, or less than 10 quarts? Well, let's figure out how much 10 quarts is. You could do either way. You could convert this to quarts and compare, or you can convert this to gallons and quarts. So I'm going to do that. How many gallons how many gallons is 10 quarts? Well, to find the bigger one, I'm trying to find how many gallons it is. I'm going to divide. And remember, how many quarts are in 1 gallon? 4. So I'm going to divide this by 4. 4 goes in to 10 2 times, doesn't it? What is 4 times 2, Samuel? Yes, 4 times 2 is 8. We're going to subtract 10 minus 8 is 2. That means we have 2 quarts left over and 2 gallons. 2 gallons with a remainder of 2 quarts. You see how I did that? Now you could, and so let's answer the question, is 2 gallons and 2 quarts greater than, equal to, or less than 2 gallons and 2 quarts? It's equal to, isn't it? So we're going to circle equal in that, in 4A, okay? All right, what's the next one? 18 cups? Ooh, 8. Let's do this one, because this is where Gallon Man will come in handy. Let's look at 4B. 4B is asking 18 cups. That's a lot of cups, right? Is it more than, equal to or less than 1 gallon. Well, this is where your gallon man will come in handy, because in 1 gallon, it tells you exactly how many cups altogether are in 1 gallon. You've got 4, because all 4 of those go in that quart, okay? And all 4 of those go in that quart. 4 cups here are going to go in that quart eventually, and 4 cups here are going to move up into that quart. So that's 4 times 4 is 16. So then we know that 16 cups equals 1 gallon. This is the same as 16 as 1 gallon. This would be the same, right? As 1 gallon, 1 gallon and 2 cups. So now you know, is 1 gallon and 2 cups greater than, equal to, or less than 1 gallon? Yes, I'm looking to see how they say it. They say more than, equal to, or less than. Okay, it's more than, isn't it? So you'd circle more than. Okay, there I helped you with 2 problems. I'm going to help you with 1 more, and it's a story problem. It's a comparison problem. Let's look at it together. Number 5 shows you 2 tanks, tank A and tank B. I'm not going to draw the picture out because you have them there. There's a big tank and a smaller tank. Okay, and the first question on 5A, it says tank A holds how many gallons and how many quarts more water than tank B? So you're comparing 2 tanks, aren't you? We're going to do a comparison here. We have tank A is here, right? Because it's the bigger one. And B. All right. We know that tank A has 15 gallons, right? And how much? 2 quarts. This holds a lot of water. And tank B holds 6 gallons, okay? And 3 quarts. What are we trying to find? It's asking us how much more water, this part, how much more does this tank have than this one? So what are we going to do? How do we find this? Well, remember, we have a whole and a part and a part. And so when you have a whole, you subtract one part to find the other part. We know this part, so that's the part we're going to subtract. Okay? So you're going to take 15 gallons and 2 quarts, and you're subtracting 6 gallons and 3 quarts. Now, look at this quarts again. Can you subtract 3 quarts from 2 quarts? No, you can't. So you need to add a gallon of water over here. So you're going to take a gallon out of this one, and you're going to put it over here, but a gallon is how many quarts? It's 4 quarts. So you're going to add 4 plus to the 2, and now you have 6 quarts. Now you can do this. What does 3 quarts take away from 6 quarts? Or 6 quarts minus 3 quarts is 3 quarts. 14, now we have 14 gallons, minus 6 gallons is, have I not called on anyone? I hope I've called on everyone. I think I have. Levi, did I call on you? Levi. Or maybe Gage, did I call on you? Would you both figure out what that is? 14 minus 6. Yes, you guys both got it. It is 8 gallons. So that is how much more is here. 8 gallons and 3 quarts. Okay, it has that much more water than this tank. And then it's going to ask you, what's the total capacity of the 2 tanks? Ooh, how are you going to find that one out? Well, you have some, right? Right here, you have some of this tank, and what's your some more? You're going to have to add that, aren't you? You're going to have to add these 2 numbers to find out what this number is, what this, oh, am I doing that right? I'm not. Ignore me. That's wrong. I'm making it way too hard. What's the total capacity of the 2 tanks? Oh, 3rd graders, Mrs. Simonowski. The first part I did right, okay, so that answer was right. It holds this much more. But the second one is just asking if you added these 2 tanks up, okay? If you added these up, you're gonna add this, you're gonna add this, and you're gonna find out how much they hold all together. Okay, thanks for being patient with me, and I hope that you have fun doing this lesson. You'll be working on this throughout the week, and make sure that you know that you can call me, and I can always walk you through something. I have a whiteboard at my house, so I can always walk you through something if it's hard to understand, or you need a little practice with me. Plus, I love to see your faces and hear your voices. All right, you guys have a special day. Stella moved over here by Ethan's desk now. We'll say goodbye to her. Do you want to say goodbye? Huh? No, she's very sad that you guys are not here. So anyway, have a great day.